All right. Oh, I'm so glad you're all here today. This is fantastic. My name is Amy Kundinger. I work at St. Norbert in business engagement. I sit on the Economic Development Committee for the De Pere Chamber, and I'm one of two alders for the city of De Pere representing District 1. My fellow District 1 buddy, Shana Ledvena, is also here. I think we have a few other alders and city officials. Thank you all for being here. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the beautiful St. Norbert campus for the State of De Pere Luncheon. We have much to celebrate today, the first of which is that we're all here together in person. We're not on a screen. That's delightful. The second is that Mother Nature was really thoughtful with her blizzard conditions and delivering them yesterday. I was talking to a retired weatherman last night, and he told me that it was all going to be fine. So, and another reason, of course, is that the De Pere Luncheon is It's absolutely delightful to be building this annual tradition with you today. So I see many repeat attendees, so you know how this event goes, but there are a lot of new faces here. So just real quick, I'm going to walk through today's luncheon. At noon, we're going to jump into our program with opening remarks from St. Norbert College, Donald J. Schneider, School of Business and Economics Dean, Dan Heiser. Try saying that. Like I practiced, you guys, lots with that one. Dan Heiser, who will then pass the mic to Mayor James Boyd for the 2022 State of De Pere Address, followed by updates from Executive Director Tina Quigley from Definitely De Pere and De Pere Chamber Board Chair Ryan Kraft, who will close today's program. Thank you to Saruji's for the tasty treats at our dinner or at our table settings, and to all of our esteemed speakers, and to you, the well over 100 of you who represent over 56 organizations to come together today and celebrate our community. Over the next half hour, we invite you to enjoy lunch, get to know your table mates, and speaking of lunch, please join me in welcoming Tim Hoff, Chief Lending Officer at Community First Credit Union, and today's luncheon sponsor, to say a few brief words. Tim?
Thanks, Amy. Good morning. It's a great honor for us at Community First Credit Union to be part of the De Pere community and return as sponsor for the State of De Pere Luncheon, where we celebrate community together. This program highlights the efforts and collaboration between St. Norbert College, the City of De Pere, Definitely De Pere, and the De Pere Chamber of Commerce. Collectively, they'll show stories that help document our history, educate us, celebrate success, and inspire us. This collaboration truly brings into focus the importance of relationships. And today we get a sneak peek into what's on the horizon for this great city. To me, the three words, celebrate community together, are very special. Celebrate community together. Over the last couple of years, it feels like celebration has taken a bit of a back seat. We're surrounded by circumstances that have made it difficult for us to celebrate. I hope today we start to change that. Together. We're at a unique time when we're hearing and seeing division, a focus on what divides us and not what unites us. We can't even get through a college basketball game and shake hands. I hope today we start to change that. And finally, and maybe most important, is community. Our community is our foundation. It's our backbone. Our founder at Community First, Maury Drasing, started our company from the trunk of his car with the foundation of the credit union philosophy of people helping people. He chose the name Community First quite intentionally, because in all we do, we seek to put our employees, our member owners, and our communities that we serve first. Today, nearly 50 years later, we operate 26 locations with nearly 600 employees, over 150,000 member owners, and as of the end of January, over $5 billion in assets. At Community First, we've adopted a word that helps carry on this great tradition. The word is meiraki. Meiraki is a Greek word that means to do something with heart and soul and love, and to leave a part of yourself in your work. I've always believed that in challenging times, amazing people are created to do amazing things. I see this every day with our team at Community First, and I've seen it in this community. Together, De Pere businesses and organization found ways to reinvent themselves, and in the process, help us get through these last couple of years. Let's make sure we pay it forward to all of them by shopping local, buying local, and hiring local. We're incredibly appreciative of what this community has achieved and look forward to achieve in the years ahead. My hope is that all of you will take a little Meraki home with you today to help you in these efforts going forward. I invite you to join lunch and thank the St. Norbert catering for this meal today. Please enjoy this chance to catch up with each other. Our program will officially kick off at noon with Dan Heiser. Thank you again for attending. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. I want to get the program started. First, would like to say please feel free to continue eating. We just want to be respectful of time and make sure that we stay on schedule here. First and foremost, I would like to thank the chef and the wait staff for the great lunch today. If you could join me in a round of applause. So I'm Dan Heiser. I'm the Dean of the Donald J. Schneider School of Business and Economics here at St. Norbert College. I want to welcome you to campus. It's a pleasure to be able to spend a little bit of time with you. Give you a quick update on what's going on at St. Norbert. At the beginning of this academic year, we welcomed just under 600 first-year students to campus, representing 23 states and 8 countries. They are both the most academically accomplished and diverse in the college's history. For the spring semester, students are back on campus. We've never gone completely online. It's really feeling more and more like business as usual as we see the COVID numbers starting to decline. We're slowly slowly backing off our mitigation efforts in consultation with local health authorities, dealing with primarily physical distancing in classes. We're pleased that commencement will be held in person on our campus again this year on Sunday, May 15th. Those who do pass through campus this summer will see Myron Construction and our own facility teams hard at work. Our first year and second year residence halls will undergo renovations as we bring new flooring, LED lighting, furniture, and intelligent fire alarm systems into those facilities. It's a $6 million project that will begin in May, immediately following commencement. Next year, we're going to be celebrating our 125th anniversary of the college. And one of the ways we're going to be marking this anniversary is through a fundraising campaign that's going to be kicking off in May to add to our endowment, and we're targeting raising $125 million by 2023. Talking about academics. In the business school, we recently launched our new data analytics major, and now we're developing new minors in both data analytics and business analytics. Our industry advisors have made it very clear that in addition to the quantitative skill set, they want to hire people who know how to ask the right questions. The liberal arts core curriculum that underpins all of our programs gives our graduates that broader perspective and contextual understanding desired by employers. Informally, we refer to this as they want to hire geeks that can speak. My colleagues in the social sciences are in the process of launching 2 new teacher ed majors, a 4th through 12th grade major and a K through 12 major. This semester they have 36 students teachers serving our local schools, and 9 of our alumni recently were named 2022 Golden Apple Teachers of Distinction and are up for the Golden Apple Awards this year from the Green Bay Chamber. Looking at athletics, for the first time our student athletes number over 600 participants. We've got 612 student athletes that make up over 30% of our student body and 43% of our international students. Notably, the average GPA of our student athletes is higher than the average of the general student population, something we're very proud of with an emphasis on student athletes. This year, St. Norbert College transitioned to the Northern Athletic Collegiate Conference, the NACC. This 14-school conference covers a smaller geographic area, meaning less travel for our student athletes, coaching staff, and support staff. And it's seems to be working. Our men's soccer program captured the college's first NACC title last fall. In addition, the Green Knights dance team recently traveled to Minneapolis for the DX AmeriCup competition and returned home with a national title. Winter teams are seeing success. Men's basketball, women's hockey, and men's hockey are all in post-conference season play. There are a number of competitions coming up on campus this week, including the women and men's basketball in the quarterfinals of the NACC tournament, which is happening tonight. Women's hockey is in the quarterfinals of the NCHA Stats Cup playoffs on Friday and Saturday, and men's hockey moves to the semifinals of the NCHA Harris Cup playoffs on Friday and Saturday. You can get details for this game and more on our athletics website at athletics.snc.edu. We continue to engage with the local and regional business community in a number of ways. Our existing opportunities for business engagement include research partnerships through the Center for Business and Economic Analysis and the Strategic Research Institute, intensive diversity and inclusion training for local businesses and community centers through the Cassandra Voss Center, translation and interpretation services, I think I could use that myself, conference services and lodging, and leadership education and training through the Schneider MBA program, the Center for Exceptional Leadership, which this year celebrates their 5th anniversary, and through events like the CBA's State of the Economy and the Schneider School CEO Breakfast Series. On March 8th, our CEO Breakfast program will welcome SNC alum Jim Von Meyer, President and CEO of Von Meyer Department Stores. If you're not familiar with them, I know they don't have a location within De Pere, but they are a 4th-generation family business operating 32 department stores in 15 states, and they are also celebrating a major milestone with their 150th anniversary this year. Tomorrow night, 3 SNC faculty members will be recognized for their community service during the Future 15 and Young Professional Awards. Dr. Craig Ford in Theology and Religious Studies. He's a highly sought-after speaker on sexuality and racial justice in the Catholic moral tradition. Dr. Rachel Lopez in Psychology, who's being recognized for providing resources to help all students successfully to succeed academically, especially those from underrepresented backgrounds. And finally, Dr. Mark Schaefer from Economics, and he is the director of the Center for Business and Economic Analysis. And Mark teaches the real-world impact of macroeconomics through a lot of collaborations with local organizations. As we look forward to community events, we're also continuing to offer engaging educational opportunities, entertainment this semester and into the summer. The Great Decisions Lecture Series, presented in partnership with UWGB, kicked off earlier this month. Friday, March 4th, marks the first ever SNC Talks, which is featuring TED-style presentations that highlight the unique passions and talents of SNC students, staff, faculty, and alumni. The theme for this year's event is Own Your Impact. The event is open to the public and you can attend on campus or virtually. Again, information is available on our website. On March 5th, we will again host the Green Bay International Film Festival, which features a variety of films from all over the world at venues across St. Norbert campus. This summer, Nights on the Fox will be back for the 19th season, live music by the river, so plan to join us on Tuesday evenings. And our Performing Arts Division just announced its summer shows, which will include Anastasia the Musical, performed by Next Stage, and Sondheim on Sondheim, performed by Summer Stage. We're also thrilled to be welcoming a record 32 camps and conferences to campus this summer. Registrations are already filling up for GLAD, BOLD, Summer Academy of Medicine, and athletic and music camps. Again, if you're interested, I refer you to our website. In closing, I want to emphasize that our future at St. Norbert looks bright. We have a lot to be grateful for. While higher education is an industry that is facing unprecedented challenges, both to long-run demographic shifts and in the short run due to the pandemic, the major indicators remain strong for St. Norbert. Enrollment for fall 2022 looks comparable to pre-pandemic levels, and our financial position remains strong. We continue to invest in our faculty and staff, in our mission, and in programs that are important to our students and to our surrounding community. As we do so, we want to ensure that the college can continue to serve our community and the common good for the next 125 years and beyond. With that, I'll turn it over to Mayor Boyd.
Thank you, Dan. That's very exciting. By the way, the last time I had lunch here at St. Norbert was as a student back in 1980, but I had to pay for it, so having a free lunch was very enjoyable. We used to have these little Valentine cards, so former S&C students, remember those things? So do they still work? Can I still use mine? I've got about 20 bucks still loaded on that. Before I get started, I'm pleased to announce that we're going to launch a new welcome video for the city of De Pere. We just finished it on the last week or so. So this will be my introduction, the new welcome video for City of De Pere, and it's all yours, Andy. I'm Mayor James Boyd. Welcome to the City of De Pere. De Pere, Wisconsin offers an exceptional quality of life for the more than 25,000 people who call our city home. Located 5 miles south of Green Bay, the City of De Pere is a dynamic, forward-thinking community on the banks of the historic and industrious Fox River and is consistently ranked as one of the top places to live in Wisconsin. Our 2 high-quality school districts and safe neighborhoods offer considerable pride for our residents. De Pere is also known for its strong support of local business and industry, access to our top-notch healthcare facilities, and our proximity to major sports and entertainment, as well as our award-winning and charming downtown. De Pere's unique downtown, which spans both sides of the Fox River, offers high-quality dining, shopping, and entertainment, where historic buildings and a world-class liberal arts college thoughtfully blend with new developments and public art. And no matter the season, there's always something to do in De Pere. From our lively summer farmers market and holiday gatherings to community events like Celebrate De Pere and beer gardens. Outdoor lovers will also find ample access to fishing, trails, and nature in our city, as well as premier parks and recreation facilities to enjoy year-round. Whether you're visiting, finding space to open a business, or putting down permanent roots to live or work here, there is something for everyone in our vibrant city. Welcome to De Pere. How about a big thank you to Andy Consloff and our video specialist in the back there, Justine Braun. Great job. Very, very good. So we're very proud of that. Good afternoon. I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak to you today. Thanks to De Pere Chamber, Community First Credit Union, St. Norbert College, and definitely De Pere for coordinating and supporting today's event. Thank you also to everyone who has taken time to join us for this event. And how about a special thank you and applause for Amy for putting this together. Amy Cunningham. De Pere is such a special place, a community filled with vibrant and varied businesses, caring and talented residents, top-notch schools, a rich assortment of natural beauty, and much, much more. However, the past 2 years have been challenging for everyone, the students in our hallways, the businesses adapting to a mix of staffing and safety concerns, the residents and families trying to navigate difficult scenarios that have redefined our social norms. We have all been tested. But with that in mind, this year, during the State of De Pere, I have an opportunity to reflect on the shared resiliency of our community and how unwavering our resolve has proven to be. Even in the midst of many challenges, De Pere is undergoing an unprecedented number of exciting projects right now that leave no doubt we are growing and thriving as a city. So in this theme of resiliency, I'd like to start out by discussing how our city is specifically growing and adapting during these challenging times. We continue to look to the future for our downtown, our business parks, and our neighborhoods. I'll start with a few thoughts about the downtown, but Tina Quigley from Definitely De Pere will share more information on this subject in just a few minutes. You cannot drive through downtown De Pere and not notice the first tower crane in our history. The Malva Center is well underway, erecting a 75,000 square foot cultural destination. Malva Center, the Malva Cultural Center, is the vision of James and Miriam Malva, De Pere natives whose immense generosity will provide world-class experiences for generations to come. The Malvas envision the center to be a catalyst for the community investment and an anchor for De Pere's ongoing vitality. The design, construction, and operations of the Malva Cultural Center are being financed by personal donations from the Malvas or through grants from the Malva Family Foundation and managed by the De Pere Cultural Foundation. The project is on time, and the city and its residents are excited about the 2023 opening. Bookending our west end of the downtown is current construction on a 4-story upscale cobblestone hotel and Wosota Chop House. The hotel, located on Main Avenue, will include a 60-room hotel to provide additional rooms to the growing arts and cultural movement in De Pere. In the alley near the hotel, the city intends to add approximately 80 new parking stalls, improved stormwater management, add pedestrian scale lighting, and create more spaces for adjacent businesses to add bistro and cafe spaces. The city will also begin to work with adjacent businesses to improve the rear facades to make the space more inviting to everybody. The city has also issued several facade grants to local businesses to renovate the facades at 105 South Broadway, recently known as the FRP Building, 348 Main Avenue, Rainier Architects, and 108 North Michigan Street, now Danon Properties. The city implemented the initial facade grant program in 2001 and adapted that program several times over the past 2 decades. Since 2001, 42 businesses and property owners have used this program. The city invested $450,000 into the program to help return $1.3 million in increased assessed value of those properties and, even more importantly, increase the aesthetic appeal of downtown De Pere. These improvements by our businesses help create an increasingly attractive atmosphere in De Pere and complement city-led projects over the past few years, including the Art Alley on our downtown's west side in 2019, and Michael J. Walsh Plaza on our east side, which had its grand opening last summer. Walsh Plaza, a beautiful and serene space for guests and residents, received the 2021 Planning Excellence Award from the American Planning Association Wisconsin chapter in the category of urban design. We are very proud of that. Big hand for that. And for those that don't know, Michael J. Walsh Plaza is named after former Mayor Michael Walsh, who served as mayor for 24 years. In the coming months, De Pere will continue to implement or explore more ways to improve our downtown. We will finish the creation of the West Downtown Vision Plan and see development of both public and private parking lots on both the east and the west sides. Stay tuned to our city's social media for future announcements on groundbreaking development projects. And again, Tina from Definitely De Pere will talk to you soon about other details, including the event scene in our beloved downtown. Pivoting to our business parks, the city continues to plan for the future. The Southern Bridge will be a monumental project in our long history. The project, 60 plus years in the making, continues to pick up steam. The project will connect Packerland Drive, connect to Interstate 41, follow South Bridge and Red Maple Roads eastward to the Fox River, and once across, follow Rockland Road and a new road to reach the intersection of County Highways X and GV in the town of Ledgeview. The project is monumental, not just for De Pere, but also the village of Hobart, village of Bellevue, village of Ashwaubenon, town of Ledgeview, town of Rockland, and the town of Lawrence. Now, before I go on here, it should be noted that Brown County has the lead on this project, particularly the bridge, and I'm very pleased that County Executive Troy Streckenbach has joined us today. So Troy, could you stand up, please? Executive Streckenbach. Oh yeah, it's pressure filled. The county actually has been very, very, very good to work with. Troy, along with Cole Runge, the lead planner developer for the Southern Bridge, has truly embraced this, and we appreciate all you have done, Troy. I mean that seriously. in addition to, let's get this thing done. The city recently budgeted to contribute to the design and segment of Segment 1 in coordination with Brown County and the new I-41 interchange. We hope that with passing of the bipartisan infrastructure bill and the renewed interest from the state of Wisconsin, the entire project could be planned, funded, and completed on or ahead of schedule. Just the announcement of the preferred Southern Bridge in 2020 and 2021 encouraged existing businesses in our business park to expand and spurred businesses located outside of our community to invest in De Pere. In our West Business Park, Green Bay Packaging invested in the current De Pere operations and will put the finishing touches on their expanding folding carton division. The expansion will add nearly 300,000 square feet and millions of dollars worth of machinery and other new investments. The expansion complement other manufacturing uses in the business park with the use of quality materials and landscaping. The proposed expansion would add 50 new employees to the facility and approximately $50 million in total investment. The proposed expansion would add approximately $12 to $14 million in new value to the city. Bayside Machine, after delay due to material shortages and construction cost increases, will expand their current facility to nearly tripling the size of their current facility and bringing their growing operations under one roof. The city is excited to see the continued growth of a De Pere-based business. The project could be assessed in the range of between $4 and $5 million. The region's paper and packaging industry is very diverse and growing, and it's been documented our concentration of paper and packaging is 14 to 18 times the national average. When you have a concentration that large, there are so many different aspects of impact of that single industry that comes with opportunities for additional growth. It impacts construction companies, material suppliers, machine shops, vendors, but also the distribution, transportation, logistic companies. To that end, Georgia Pacific, in addition to their large expansion in Green Bay, has invested in De Pere the development of their distribution warehouse in the West Business Park at the southern part of American Boulevard. They selected the location for the planned I-41 interchange and location adjacent to the great local and regional transportation facilities. The 1 million square foot facility adds to the business park makeup by exceeding the material, stormwater, screening, and buffering requirements of the zoning code. The project could be assessed in the range of between $25 and $30 million. Pivoting to the East Industrial Business Park, one of De Pere's largest businesses announced the addition of a new manufacturing facility on the heels of the Southern Bridge announcement. Bellmark is underway with the initial stages of construction of plant number 7. The building will house their folding carton division along with all support functions, allowing Bellmark to double their production over time. Given their aggressive growth, we do not anticipate that it will take long to expand that facility. Manufacturing will consist of approximately 130,000 square feet and 12,000 square foot office. The project could be assessed in the range of $7.5 to $9 million. The project is also in coordination with the long-awaited extension of Commerce Drive to Rockland Road in anticipation of, you guessed it, the Southern Bridge project. The city will be breaking ground on the extension in the coming months. These are not all the projects within the business parks, but in summary, last year the city approved nearly 1.8 million in total square feet of manufacturing and warehouse facilities, potentially totaling over $50 million of new assessed value. Transitioning to the residential market in 2021, the city saw construction of approximately 60 new single-family and duplex homes, but also witnessed the supply of new lots continue to dwindle. With the continued interest in living in De Pere, the city recently approved 2 new subdivisions. The Mystic Creek subdivision will add approximately 97 single-family lots adjacent to French Road, and Waterview Heights 5th Edition will add approximately 94 single-family lots, 9 duplex lots, and approximately 60 to 70 units of multifamily. When built, these 2 subdivisions could add approximately 600 to 700 new residents. But more importantly, with every new residential development comes the opportunity to free up existing homes in the De Pere housing market for families to continue to upgrade their homes in De Pere and stay within the city and the school districts. Whether residential or business, De Pere continues to be a strong, thriving place with great financial status. The city has maintained a steady AA2 rating from Moody's Investor Service for its general obligation debt and has an unassigned general fund balance of approximately 35% plus of its total annual general fund revenues. What does that mean to the residents and businesses of De Pere? Our financial position is one of the best in the region, and the city will always strive to cooperate the city with an eye for today while keeping a lookout for the best financial actions to ensure our continued success long into the future. And to help foster this growth, I'd also like to remind everyone that the city is always seeking individuals to serve on various boards and commissions. De Pere is a vibrant community with much to offer and so much to be proud of. And much of the credit for this goes to a collection of individuals who continually give their time, talents, and voices to thoughtfully guide our direction and give back to the city. As I begin filling appointments for 2022 openings, I both welcome and encourage individuals of all backgrounds and life experiences to consider becoming involved in our boards, commissions, and committees. With these broad and various perspectives, we can best shape De Pere's future together. Moving on, I'd like to also highlight some happenings within our city parks. In 2021, we had a grand opening of our new VFW aquatic facility. It was a smashing success with high attendance and a great atmosphere, instantly becoming a summer staple in our community. We're excited to reopen the doors to our aquatic facility again in a few months, and an already great experience should be even better. On another note, at VFW is the nearby tennis courts next to the aquatic facility. It'll be getting a very exciting facelift. We are renovating the area into 2 tennis courts and 2 pickleball courts. Pickleball has seen a surge in popularity over the past several years, and our first 2 pickleball courts in the city, installed in 2019 at Legion Park, have been hugely popular. So if you're pickleball people, you're going to like that. I'd also like to briefly mention that our De Pere Beer Gardens, held at Voyager Park, continues to be immensely popular. We look forward to another successful beer garden season in 2022. Voyager Park was also the backdrop of another great community program in 2021 with the first ever holiday lights display. Approximately 3,500 cars went through the display, and because of this successful inaugural event, and it was free, it will be coming back in 2022. Both the beer gardens and the holiday lights display are just 2 examples of the great events that our community has enjoyed this past year. And I would like to acknowledge and thank not only the staff members that create and facilitate these events, but also the sponsors who help make all this possible. Even in difficult times, our businesses in De Pere keep investing back in our community, and we're so grateful to see this continued support. Quite literally, some of the most attended and enjoyed events in this community would not be possible if not for the generosity of our local businesses. On behalf of our city and our residents, thank you to our local businesses. And on the topic of events and giving back, there's one more exciting note about Voyager Park, which hosts so many De Pere signature events. Today, I'm excited to formally reveal that we are in the process of adding a new performance venue to Voyager Park, the Nelson Family Pavilion. So if you look, on the table, you all have brochures. And before you leave here, you must donate something so you can see where the donation levels are. Yeah, please check this out as I describe this. This is the launch, the official launch. Voyager Park is known throughout the region for its natural beauty, scenic river views, and very unique features. The 21-acre recreational park is situated along the Fox River and incorporates the Fox River Trail and the De Pere River Walk and wildlife viewing pier. And adding this facility is an exciting opportunity to make this park an even greater destination for our region and our city. The facility will include interior space that can accommodate 250 people for private gatherings. The patio will be used as a stage for music festivals and concerts for crowds of 5,000 people or more. We anticipate the variety of programs and events will bring over 100,000 visitors to the area each year. The facility will host existing events, and plans are underway to launch a music series featuring local, regional, national, and international artists. fundraising has been kickstarted by a generous donation from the Dave and Rita Nelson Foundation. And to date, we've already raised more than half of our goal of the projected $1.5 million facility. Thank you. And if things keep going ahead the way we hope they are, we hope to break ground hopefully late summer. That would be great. Again, if you're interested in donating to the project, you can find more information starting today on the City of De Pere's website, social media platforms, and of course, your brochures. A few other important notes are in regard to the city's general safety and health. First, we'd like to welcome and acknowledge our new police chief, Jeremy Morosky, who took over for longtime chief Derek Biderweeden. We are excited to have Chief Morosky's talents and vision guide our department. He hopes to focus on community engagement, problem-oriented community policing, training and professional development for our officers, and enhancing our preparedness and technology. So you can put a face to the name. Jeremy is here. So Chief Morosky, would you please stand up? Look to the back of the room. There's our new chief. Congratulations and thank you, Jeremy. Also at that same table, we have our fire chief. We are proud to state that we have probably one of the best police departments, in the state of Wisconsin. In addition, we have an incredible fire and EMS crew. I think you saw in the news last week where they were involved in a rescue on the Fox River and saved a man's life. It was all due to the training, the amazing work of our fire and EMS, and they are led by our fire chief, Al Matsky. Al Matsky, stand up. Thanks, guys. Given the continued challenges of the past year, I'd like to extend a debt of public gratitude to the De Pere Health Department, our EMS crews, and other healthcare workers around the city. This pandemic continues to bring many difficulties, and their service and commitment to public health is profoundly appreciated. Our health department has hosted more than 100 vaccination clinics throughout the pandemic and continues to provide clinics each month. In addition, they've recently hosted a successful N95 mask distribution event and have many more scheduled. To learn more, visit the De Pere Health Department's website and social media. In closing, I've shared many updates today, but there will be more exciting things to share throughout the year. We're not done. So I urge you to remain connected to our city's social media platforms and website for updates and announcements. Also, I offer monthly updates on a relaunched Mayor's Corner video program, which is a great look at the city operations and updates year-round. This program is produced by De Pere TV and airs on De Pere TV and our YouTube channel. With that, I just want to thank our community and everyone in this room for the time, talents, support, and resiliency displayed in our city. I'd also want to thank the De Pere Common Council and all city employees for their efforts and dedication this past year. Despite difficulties, thank you for helping us continue to achieve our vision, and thank you for your continued support of the City of De Pere and our many partners. Together, we've done great things, and together, more great things are on the way. De Pere is truly a great place to live, work, play, and stay. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Tina Quigley, Executive Director of Definitely De Pere. Tina, come on up. I didn't take angle.
Thank you, Mayor Boyd, and thank you all for being here. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you today. As the mayor said, De Pere is truly a special place, especially downtown. There's so much to love. The wonderful mix of shops, restaurants, services, and attractions, the scenic beauty of the riverfront, the historic architecture and charm that truly sets us apart from other communities in the region. Definitely De Pere is a nonprofit organization dedicated to the revitalization and promotion of our historic downtown. Our work capitalizes on the unique character of our historic district with the goal of transforming it into a cultural, social, professional, and retail center of our city. In essence, the hub of community life. Our goal is to build a commercial district that responds to the needs of today's consumers while maintaining the downtown's historic character. Our efforts focus on growing downtown and the community through historic preservation, marketing and events, streetscape and public art, and business recruitment and retention. We are blessed to have a diverse group of businesses that line the streets of our historic downtown and the amazing business owners who make our community special. They have invested in our community, they employ our friends and neighbors, they are passionate about what they do. It has been a difficult time, and by many counts, small businesses have proved to be more relevant and resilient than ever. Despite the struggles and economic uncertainty they continue to face, they have not given up. One of the most important facets to the success of downtown is our community and all of you here today. Without your support and commitment to investing locally, our businesses wouldn't be where they are. As we continue to move through this time of uncertainty, our local businesses still need the support of local shoppers. Choosing local will help sustain independent shops and restaurants and ensure that our quaint downtown remains vibrant. For every $100 spent at a locally owned business, $68 will stay in the community, as compared to only $43 that stays in the community when that same $100 is spent at a national chain. So, by simply shopping locally and dining local, we are helping boost the local economy, supporting local jobs, and preserving what makes our community unique. As we reflect on 2021, the impacts of the pandemic continue to be top of mind. Although uncertainty remained throughout the year, retail shops and restaurants stayed open, new businesses opened, arts and entertainment venues were programmed, employees returned to their offices, personal and professional services met their clients' needs. And events came back bigger than ever. Special events bring thousands of people to the community year-round, providing exciting activities for shoppers, investors, visitors, and residents to experience our wonderful downtown and all that it has to offer. It has been our goal to ensure that there's always something happening downtown. Over 50,000 people attended events in 2021, and we know that these attendees are likely to spend additional time shopping downtown, dining, and taking in all the amenities that we have to offer. Each year, we look forward to bringing the community Thursday evening's farmers market, art walk, food truck rally, yoga in the park, East-West music and dining series, soup walk, and many more events. I am proud to highlight some of downtown's 2021 success stories. While we lost a few longstanding businesses in 2021, we welcomed even more new businesses. Taza Coffee, New Art Space, Redesign and Consign, Little Mexico, Grace May, I Quilt for You, The Flower Pot, Sugar, and more are among 13 new businesses that opened in 2021. Over $8 million private dollars were invested in building improvements and sales, nearly $1 million in public improvements. Small businesses received nearly $250,000 in funding support. 1,380 volunteer hours valued at over $33,000 was reported last year. And our social media followers grew to 11,000 people with a page reach of over 100,000. In 2021, the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation recognized the best downtown revitalization projects of 2020. The awards program recognizes the efforts of Main Street programs and businesses for historic preservation and downtown economic development efforts across the state. 101 South Broadway received the award for Best Facade Rehabilitation, and Definitely De Pere received the award for Best COVID Response. We are so honored to be recognized and thank everyone that helped in our efforts to implement the most innovative and impactful district-wide response to help downtown businesses during the pandemic. We could not have done it without the City of De Pere and Common Council and all of the businesses and people in our community that love our downtown as much as we do. In 2022, we want to ask community residents to share their dreams of downtown. Our focus will then be on developing a strategic business recruitment and retention program that considers market demand and complements our existing businesses. We'll dedicate efforts to brand and market downtown as a destination to the surrounding community and region. We will share DPER's story through an enhanced website-based experience and social media strategies. We'll highlight downtown's historical and cultural assets and tell the story of years past through activities such as walking tours and special events. As we shift our vision to the road ahead, we at Definitely DePere eagerly anticipate the opportunities of 2022 and beyond. The Mulva Cultural Center has the potential to put us on the map as a cultural destination for the region and beyond, with a promise to attract additional tourists to DePere. The opening of the Cobblestone Hotel, historic building renovations, improved public places, and the addition of commercial and residential spaces in downtown will equate to more business offerings, more jobs, more visitors, more residents, and more tax revenue. Our focus is the future, and I'm confident 2022 will be a bright one. We have what it takes to ensure downtown DePere thrives. It will be a year of rebuilding, reimagining, and making DePere a more livable and vibrant place by focusing on downtown, the heart and soul of our community. Downtown is resilient, and there has never been a more important and meaningful time to come together to support our small businesses that make our community so special. Thank you. And now I would like to welcome Ryan Kraft, Chairman of the Board for the DePere Area Chamber of Commerce.
Anybody watch NASCAR? No. I don't either, but we're going to do something NASCAR does too. First hat. Community First Credit Union, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here. Tina, thank you for having me. Now that you've heard about all sorts of things that are happening here in DePere, through the city, St. Norbert's, definitely DePere, take a few minutes to talk about what's happening with the Chamber of Commerce. Resiliency. Resiliency is what we've been talking about all day long. Resiliency for the DePere Chamber of Commerce is right there as well. We've been around for quite some time. We've had our ups and downs. We are moving forward and we are doing well and expanding. Our board and our ambassadors are dedicated to the city of DePere and moving forward with what we're doing here. And it's really fun to watch. It's really fun to be a part of. I'm looking forward to it for 2022. We got to do the swap. Thank you, Alliance Construction. Appreciate you guys. 2021 is come and gone, leaving us with incredible memories and challenges. Yes, please. We have a new home. Walter Group is on the back. COVID taketh away, and COVID giveth. We were in the bank down in West DePere. They chose to close down that branch, and we were left homeless. Since then, the Walter Group, formerly known as Wisconsin Lift Truck, has been nice enough to give us a place to live, work, stay, and have a darn good time. So Dennis Summers is the GM there. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything you do for us, and we enjoy staying with you. Don't clap for him, his head's big enough. Partner in crime, thank you. Got through that one. Next, please. Uncorked. ATC transmission. I don't think they could make it today, but they gave me a hat anyways. Our Uncorked events. So we had Uncorked 3 this last year. It was beer versus wine. It was a 5-course meal. Every course, you got a sample of a beer and you got a sample of wine. It was awesome. I believe wine won the day. If I recall that correctly, anybody can correct me if you were there. it's a great event. It's really nice. Allie and her team down at Ledgecrest Reserve do a wonderful job of putting this on for us every year. And I would encourage you to show up for Uncorked 4, which is going to be Taste of the World Dinner Plus Wine on April 28th. I voted for vodka versus bourbon, but Allie informed me that 10 shots at dinner is a bad choice. That would have been my choice. Next slide, please. Mr. Turriff, right over there. Resource One. Adam Turriff is a partner at Resource One Realty. He is also a member of our board. And Adam and his team have put together some pretty fun golf outings. This last year, I was honored to win a Resource One hat. So this is actually one I have. I didn't ask him for one. So Ledgeview Golf Course is where we have our event every year. They do a wonderful job. They put it on really nice, and we enjoy it. It is now Monday, July 18th this year will be our golf outing. Secondly, you'll notice here on the right, winter golf outing. We had a winter golf outing yesterday. It was a blast. Hilly Haven has 6 indoor simulators. Do not worry, we were not out in the storm. We did really, really well yesterday. We had 24 golfers. We played Pebble Beach. It was really fun. Keep an eye out for it next year, and come out and support us and have a good time on a Tuesday in February, right? It was good. Business walk. So every year, including COVID years where we did it virtually, we go out into businesses and get as many businesses as possible to discuss their experiences while conducting business in the city of De Pere. We hope to address concerns, provide business assistance, and prioritize economic development. The business walk was conducted in person back on September 28th. We paired up 20 volunteers and had 10 different sections of the city that we covered. Interacted with 104 businesses. Asked questions like, compared to pre-COVID, how is your business performing today? Another question was, how can the De Pere Area Chamber help you drive more leads and revenue? From there, the information is collected by our volunteers and compiled into a report by the Wisconsin Education Development Corporation, which we then use to direct economic development initiatives. So, some key findings. 30% of businesses reported a net increase in sales. Woohoo! Only 20% reported a decline. I don't know what the other 50% are doing, but they're staying the course. 2/3 of businesses surveyed expect growth in their business within the next 5 years. And there were 11 businesses that plan to close, merge, sell, or just retire. Businesses are positive about general economic trends. 46% expressed a positive outlook for community-based growth projections and infrastructure development patterns. As the mayor alluded to, as soon as Southern Bridges and 41's expansions were announced, there was some significant economic impact in the West De Pere Business Park. That doesn't mean 54% were negative, but if we think about 46% of 104 businesses, someone do some math for me, that's right around 45-ish, made it a point to say they were excited about the economic growth in the direction it's going in De Pere. We felt that was significant. Our largest documented concern this year was labor shortages. Shocker. In the 104 businesses we spoke to, there was 517 open positions. That is incredible. Most of them are entry and mid-level, and drivers being the most in demand. Next one, please. Thank you. Businesses indicated a desire for marketing support. However, the overall interest for this was down a year ago. The biggest ask from this year's walk was for training or assistance in talent development and more internship programs. An interesting ask we got this year was an increased communication from civic partners was desired. So both of my alderpersons are here tonight. Amy, Shayna's over here somewhere. That means you need to go to McGeorge's more often.
Okay.
Just show up, say hi. But no, I found it. We found it interesting that they want to have a relationship with the city. They want to have a relationship with their alderpersons and know what's going on with the city and have a voice, more of a voice. If you would like to review the business talk in its for the business walk report in its whole entirety. It will be on our website at the end of the day tomorrow. Not today. The people who do our website are currently hanging out in Orlando at Disney World. There's a lot of valuable information that was collected and reported on that I did not have time to get to. Just not enough time in the day. Looking ahead, 2022 is going to be a good time. I am the chamber board, whatever the hell I am, for the next year, right? We are 2 months into my reign of terror. And when I started in January, it's always the question is, what are we doing? What's the chamber do? Like, what's our purpose in life? You know, do we have a purpose in life? What's our goal? When they ask me, what does the chamber do? I'm like, well, you know, we try to advocate and help for the city, right? So we're making something up. I am not this creative. I don't know where this came from, but I'm using it anyways because I like it. So promoting and advocating for the city of De Pere by connecting and educating its citizens. We're working on that. There's a few tweaks I think that are going to happen, but that's what we do. We promote and advocate and connect and educate in everything we do. That's our purpose. That's what we want to do. And if we focus on that, and we focus simply on that, by the end of my reign of terror, I think things will be in a good direction. Next, please. As a direct result, you heard me say that businesses are overwhelmingly looking for internship programs. So we have a couple of new board members that we're excited to bring on board. St. Norbert's own Corday Goddard is a new member of our board. We have a new gentleman named Bruce Russell as well, who is been an educator his whole life, was a principal, just retired. He's actually currently the interim principal out at Preble. And we are putting together a curriculum for what that would be to have some type of leadership internship program that would involve St. Norbert's and the 2 school districts. They don't know that yet. FYI. It's in its infancy. We're writing the program first, and then we'll go talk to them. I feel like I need an outfit change. What didn't I do yet? Yeah. Thank you, Duluth Construction, for allowing me to do this. Thank you, Economic Development Opportunities. Where am I? I gotta catch up. So with this expansion, and the mayor mentioned all of these businesses that are moving into these business parks, and there's obviously more on the way in the future. Our economic development team thought it would be good to figure out what is going to challenge businesses now in this area. They're going to have access to infrastructure and roads, all these new jobs, all these new businesses, people along this new expansion in the bridge. What does that look like? What's it going to be like to live, work, and play in this area, in this business park? That expansion from 41 all the way into West De Pere is going to be significant, and there's going to be a large amount of businesses and a large amount of people that move into that community. There's 180 new lots that they're putting in down there. What does that look like? How can we help? At the very end, I'm always open and honest. We're not sure exactly if we're asking the right questions, but we're asking questions. And if anybody in the community says, you know what, Ryan, I think you're on the right path, try to check this out. We're in a room of people here that are dedicated to the city. If you have ideas and there's things that you think our economic development team can work on and be better at, I'm all ears. Please, let me know. Include you, Barbara. Monthly events. Boy, we've had some great monthly events lately. Just an absolute blast. Rada Pizzeria downtown. Anybody been there yet? Yes. Yeah. It doesn't suck, right? It's really good. So we had our Let's Lunch this past Wednesday. We do Let's Lunch every other month. And every other month, it's an open networking set. Last Wednesday, we had 25 people come there, have some pizza, chit-chat with each other, pass some business cards, talk to each other, get to know each other, and just network and talk about the city of De Pere and what we're doing around here. We will have another Let's Lunch on April 20th, location to be determined. I do not think we have that down yet. But if you're looking for open networking, we offer that every other month at our Let's Lunch. Check out our website. You will find out where it's at. Morning Business Brews. Morning Business Brews is a speaker series that we have that is continuing next month on the 23rd. This month's speaker will be Craig Dickman, who is the managing director of Titletown Tech on the left-hand side there, your left-hand side. And he will be talking about the region's venture building ecosystem. I don't know what that means, so I'm excited to watch. We will be there on the 23rd. Come along and check it out. January, we had Alex and Steve, and I don't know, how do I say this? Tink? Is it Tink? Got it. They are a blast. If you have no idea what's happening at Fork Farms, check it out. It's awesome. That's all I got for you. I'm done. Thank you. I appreciate it. And feel free to stick around and continue networking. And thank you, everybody. And Community First, definitely to Pere, the city, mayor, and St. Norbert's. So, thank you.